Hello and welcome back to the Metamystic Show. Happy new moon in Capricorn. This new moon in Capricorn is happening December 30th at 5:26 p.m. EST, and it's at 9 degrees. How cool would it be if I could just pull off one of those like Shaq moments? A little bit. Who can do that? Let me know in the comments. Who can do that awesome basketball twirl? Look, it lit up when I did that. Okay. So first we're going to start off. We're using the crow. We're doing the crow vibe lately, right? Because crows to me are messengers. It's also a symbol of the Morrigan. So some of you may work with the Morrigan. I certainly do. And we have this collection here. And I love to work with both of these. I like to work with collections. So we have, when I said that, collections, somebody might have that going on here. So we have the Crow Tarot and we have the Urban Crow Oracle that we're going to be pulling from today for this new moon in Capricorn. We're going to get one of these cards just to kind of get the overall energy, and then we will get 3 cards from the Crow Tarot. So while I was getting ready for this reading, I picked this crow deck up. I'm almost dropping it again. And I dropped it everywhere. And I had to look around for the cards. And I thought in my head, somebody's trying to get away from something here. We have ghosts. Yeah, somebody could be running from their ghosts. The reading that I did right before this, I talked about the 8th house and the 12th house, which has to do with karma, past lives, all that spooky stuff, right? Community. Look at all these people. So I'm just going to leave that there. New moon in Capricorn, December 30th. At 9 degrees. And of course, 9 is a nod to Sagittarius, right? Themes of religion, spirituality, travel. We have abundance at the bottom of the deck. See all those fish and how before, and if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, the first card had a bunch of crows in it, and this card with abundance has a bunch of fish. I'm hearing fishers of men. Speaking of Sagittarius, this might be something religious. But I feel for some here, somebody's trying to outrun something, their ghosts from their past or their karma or whatever. But who I'm speaking to here, you have all of this abundance coming in as well, but it's good karma. It's like things are switching. There's a switch up happening here. So let's see what this overall energy is for the new moon in Cap. Soar. See, this is you. It's like you're finally ready to soar, because I'm also thinking of the word soar, oh, I'm so sore. I think you've just gone through a lot. The 9 of Wands kept coming through in the past reading, and that's our Wounded Warrior card, right? How do you like my hair, by the way? Slick back look. Cool. Cool. Anybody? All right. Somebody is trying to outrun something, but now you're the one soaring away. I'm also hearing soaring above the competition. You used to be sore. Oh, I'm so sore from dealing with all this heavy karma and all this crap that I'm going through. You're going to go from that to soaring above it all, like an eagle that flies above the storm. And this other person or people are going to be dealing with, with the moon. All the stuff that they tried to put on you. And with the Hermit, they're going to have to go into this time of introspection. Or if this is you, you know what I mean? It's not always, to me, this is what I believe quickly about karmics and all this stuff. Karmics are not bad people. We all have karma. Good, bad. It's not about good or bad. It's just karma's karma, and we have past lives, and I feel like this other person's trying to outrun it, and they try to outrun it every lifetime. It could be a group of people for you, because for some, you were born into a karmic family. 3 cards from the Crow Tarot, please. New moon in Capricorn. Basically, the synopsis of the overall energy is something has shifted here at the end of 2024. Something has shifted and you're moving into a new cycle, but you were already strong. It's like everything that you went through built your muscles up. So even if this karma was not released from you, the weight of this karma, you still would have achieved what you're going to achieve. It's just going to be much easier now. That's what I'm getting. And it's like collections might be knocking on this other person's door and being like, hey, you owe us like 4 lifetimes of karma. We're here to pick it up. And it's kind of like what I'm seeing actually is a dump truck, a big dump truck, and they're dumping all this stuff on this person's lawn. It's all their stuff. And I'm seeing a bunch of people too. I'm seeing like a girl with like lipstick smeared all over her face coming in with like 1 stiletto heel. 1, 2, and 3. And she's like, Ronnie! This is like a New Jersey accent. And I'm Italian, so anybody, Jersey Shore, anybody? It's giving that vibe. She's like, Ronnie, where you been? And he's like ducking and running. It doesn't have to be a he. It's just a funny example, right? We have 2 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, this person could have been a juggler. Like I'm seeing them come into the arms of one woman's home. Again, it doesn't have to be a woman. It's just an example, right? This could be like a mother even. It doesn't have to be like sexual, right? Coming into like the warm home during the winter, and then they're like buying a ticket once they get sick of this person, and they're flying over to like the other one, basically. So even if this is not literal, you could have just felt like this person's attention was always like darting everywhere, or they had like an overbearing mother, or, you know, where it was like you felt like they were actually married to the mother instead of to you, or whatever. We have the 6 of Swords. Oh, and I was gonna say this. I forgot if I said this or not. I don't know. I'm full of energy in this reading. This 6 of Swords is the card that I saw after these flew everywhere, and I saw it weirdly like leaning up against the wall. Like all the other cards were everywhere, but this one card was just like leaning up against the wall. And what is it? The 6 of Swords. And I just heard like this person's not getting away from this. This person was like split, and it doesn't have to be one person, guys, right? This could be, you know, this could even be aspects of us. This is a no judgment zone. Do you know how many mistakes I've made? You know what I mean? I lived a double life. I was a Christian minister, and I hid that I was queer. You know what I mean? So it's like no judgment here. With the Sun, I opened up to it a second time. There's a lot of inner child, speaking of child, Page of Pentacles, healing going on here with the Death card. My reading right before this one talks a lot about this sort of a theme, so I think it's just an asterisk to that one if you guys are interested. All right, so let's get into these cards. All I know is I'm focused on you guys for this new moon in Capricorn, and it's this. You're soaring. You're soaring. Isn't there like a movie or something called Soarin'? I don't know. Card number 1 is the Ace of Cups. See, this is about you. This is about your heart. It's like you're gonna feel like your heart is finally open. Your heart chakra could have even opened here through these experiences, because you had to carry all of this weight on your shoulders. And let me make this more 3D world. Let's bring it down. Let's make it Capricorn, right? Let's get out of the 12th and 8th house for a minute and just talk practical. This doesn't have to be so spiritual all the time about like, oh, you're holding these people's karma for like generations and time after time and stuff like that. Time after time. It can just be like you've dealt with a lot of really challenging people and challenging things, and you felt like the weight of the world was on your shoulders, and you felt like you were swimming upstream. Right? So basically now what I'm seeing happening is that weight is being released from you. And that could be something very practical. Like maybe you put up boundaries against people. Maybe you fired people from your business that you felt like you couldn't. Like maybe it was like your cousin twice removed and you're like, I can't fire him. And you fired him because he's not doing it. He's not doing anything. He's actually adding problems to the business, and he's stealing stuff from the freaking room, from the closet. You see, you open his trunk, there's like a bunch of like pens and toilet paper and stuff in there, and you're like, what the hell, bro? Like, I just bought this stuff from Costco for the business. Oh, well, basically you're not paying me enough. So anyways, Ace of Cups. This is about doing what's best for you. And you know what? By God, Capricorn will do that. All right? My brother Mike is a Capricorn. And I was engaged to a Capricorn. I love Capricorns. I got a Capricorn North Node. And a Capricorn is going to do what they're going to do. And it's not about hurting other people's feelings and stuff. It's like, let's look at this on paper. Is this practical? Is this reasonable? Like, we've got mountains to climb. Where the freaking mountain go? We've got places to go. We got places to be. We can't be dealing with all this dead weight. And it's not even offensive. It's just like, if you guys get on the program, Capricorn saying, then by all means come along. But these people are not doing their work. They're not doing their shadow work. They're not dealing with their karma. They have all these crazy attachments and stuff. It's just holding you back and holding you down, right? So with this new moon in Capricorn, I feel like, with the new moons, it's about manifestations, right? So I feel like around this new moon in Capricorn is a good time to think about what's the future life that you want to have? What do you want your 2025 to look like? Do you want to keep dealing with all this extra stuff, or are you just going to snip those ties and let go of that stuff off the side of the boat with the Six of Swords? Like anything that's causing instability, Two of Pentacles, anything that's not balanced or that's throwing off the momentum or that's throwing off your momentum, throw it off the side of the ship here. And don't feel guilty about it because it's just business, right? And even if it's not business, it's all about how you look at it with the Hanged Man and the Nine of Pentacles. With the Devil, see? Devil, Capricorn, they'll tell you. And they'll tell you straight. And I respect that personally. Could just be that I'm an earth sign, but I'd rather somebody, instead of being like, hi, how are you? I'd rather them just be like, we're going to have to fire you. I know it's around Christmas, and I'm sorry, but, here's a nice severance package to hold you over for a couple months before you find a new job. And, happy holidays. That's a Capricorn. And they'll set you up, too, Nine of Pentacles. And I feel like we need to start looking at things more honestly like that. Instead of being like, well, this is my cousin, and this is my mom, and this is my ex, and this is my ex's ex, who's trying to live in my apartment with me, with my ex. That's too messy. Like, let's clean it up in here. It's a wreck. It's throwing us off. Our first quarter is going to be a wreck already. So, but, we already have to deal with stuff that we dealt with throughout 2024, moving into 2025. Let's cut ties now. Let's figure this stuff out. Let's look at things differently with the Hanged Man and stop making this so emotional and just be like, hey, I love you, but this is holding me back. This is holding back where I'm trying to go, what I'm trying to do. And it's nothing personal, man, but, this is my life. It's my life. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. What is it? Can't live forever or something? Da, 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 da. It's my life. Anybody? Card number 2. Nine of Swords. There it is. There's that dead weight. I mean, literally, right? Nine of Swords. It's like, this is the stuff, while everybody else is sleeping soundly, right? Probably in your house, if it's Capricorn, right? Capricorn energy, I should say. This is not about being a Capricorn. I'm saying this is the Capricorn energy. And it's the freshness of the Capricorn coming through, like in its most potent energy. You want Capricorn energy if you're trying to make tough decisions. Because, like I said, Capricorns, and they'll do it seamlessly too. And you'll kind of end up leaving the situation feeling like, hey, they kind of actually hooked me up though. Like, they're really good. Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, 2 nines, a new cycle. This is a new cycle. A new cycle can begin here. We don't have to get so emotional about this. You know, keep it, just keep it what it needs to be. With the Judgment card and the 3 of Cups. Look at it. Look at things. Page of Swords. Look at it honestly and shrewdly. And think about, you know, what's going to be best for you, right? With the people that you have in your life, make the judgment call. Are these people draining your energy? Are they draining your time? Are they draining your resources? How are you supposed to make new goals, new moon Capricorn? How in God's name are you supposed to do anything for yourself and for your business and for your life and for your family and for your health if you have all of these other people and situations and subscriptions that are I'm going to tell you guys this. There are like subscriptions that I had to just like end because I'm like, I don't even know where these are coming from. Like, this is Capricorn, like looking through your bank statements, the boring stuff, you know, looking at your credit card payments and looking at like everything financially and being like, why do I even have this subscription? Like, I don't even know what this is. And being just like quick about it too, just being like, boom, 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 boom. All right. I'm not going to get emotional about it. Ace of Cups. I'm just going to move on. Because this is how Capricorn sees things with the Ace of Cups. It's like, it's what's best for me and for the situation, because it's Saturn energy, right? It's like the father. It's actually taking the responsibility upon yourself. If I take control, and of course in the negative with the Devil card, Capricorns can be controlling, but in the positive, like in the high vibrational Capricorn, you want a Capricorn to make a decision. I'll tell you that right now. So, Capricorns, this is how they Ace of Cups. This is how they think. They think about themselves and they think about the group and they think about what's going to be best. And then they make that decision. Right? And so that's what I'm seeing here. And everybody's going to leave feeling good about it, Nine of Pentacles, because, you know, they make sure that everybody's taken care of and that they're taken care of as well. Because they do what's best for the group. Six of Cups, I just opened up too. You know, people from your past, you might have to make some hard decisions in order to free up your time, your schedule, your energy resources in order to make the best decisions, like, for your life. Like, if you have all these people pulling on you and draining on you, Nine of Swords, and you're awake at night while they're all sleeping soundly, like, you need to be the one who has the control in your own life and in your own situation, Capricorn energy, you know? So that's what I was trying to say with the Ace of Cups. It's like, if you don't have your Ace of Cups on board, the whole thing's gonna go crazy. And I'm not saying that Capricorn thinks that they know what's best for everybody involved, but I'm also not saying that that's not the case. So, all right, card number 3. We have the 10 of Wands. And see, this is why that they're able to have that stance in the high vibe. Because they take on most of the burden and most of the work, 10 of Wands, right? And again, this is Capricorn energy that we're talking about here. We're getting in a tango with the moon. We're dancing with the moon when we dance with these energies. Ten of Wands, say you have a Capricorn around, and then the Capricorn suddenly disappears. You're going to find that 75% of everything that was going on is suddenly going to be revealed that they did 75% of the work. So if a Capricorn leaves the scene, speaking of this soaring, look, soar. It looks like it's flying out. Look at this bird and look at this one. This is like the same image. Right? It's like if a Capricorn leaves the scene, if you leave the scene, in other words, people are going to look around and be like, wait, the trash needs to be taken out. The dishes need to be done. The water bill needs to be paid. The leaves need to be raked. The gifts need to be bought for Christmas. Wait, what day are they coming over again? It's like suddenly you realize, oh my God, Capricorn did like everything. You know, this energy did everything, and this energy is you, who I'm speaking to. So what's our advice? What is our advice for this new moon in Capricorn happening on Monday, December 30th at 5:26 p.m. EST at 9 degrees for the collective? Your burdens are about to get a lot lighter because you're making these hard decisions. You've got to do what's best for yourself, therefore what's best for the group. It's like putting on your oxygen mask first. Because if you pass out, how the hell are you going to help the rest of the plane? It's that sort of a thing. Like if you're up all night, you're coming into work exhausted. This is just an analogy. How are you supposed to do all this Ten of Wands work if you're like half dead? If you're not taking care of yourself with the Ace of Cups? I feel like this is part of the advice. You've got to take care of yourself first. You got to put on your oxygen mask first. You can't be overburdened, overtired, overworked, anxious, and then expect to have success. That's just not going to work. That's why Capricorns are so disciplined. It's an energy of discipline. It's waking up at 5 a.m., working out. Like, have you ever seen some of these, like, finance business bros? These dudes, they're ripped. They wake up on time. I think of, like, Dan Coe. He wakes up every single day and he writes for his newsletter every day. And he's been consistent with it because I subscribe to him. I'm just saying, it's an example, and that's how these people become millionaires. That's how they become successful. It's like, oh, well, I want to be like that. Well, that's all we have to do is we just have to change the way that we see it, hanged man. And part of that Capricornian energy, again, I'll say it, it's knowing what boundaries to have. You can't help everybody. You can't save everybody. That's what Cancer does. That's the sister sign. That's the opposite of Capricorn is Cancer. Right? So we've got to move out of that Cancer and more into the Capricorn. And that's been hard for me because my South Node is Cancer and my North Node is Capricorn. That's been one of my biggest lessons is what I'm talking about right now. And I'm telling you right now, this has been one of the best decisions that I've ever made is to figure out the things that I'm saying to you right now. Knowing, like, you need to be able to have your own ducks in a row before you can help anybody else. And you're not going to be able to help anybody else if all you're doing is helping everybody else. You know what I'm saying? You've got to have your own boundaries, schedule, time. And Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, it talks about being able to balance your time and your energy properly. And the Nine of Pentacles is successful with that because she's taken the time to figure out how much energy reserve she has per day. She knows that if she keeps saying yes, 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 yes to all these things, that she's going to get overworked and tired and she's not going to be able to get everything done. So she knows herself. Know thyself. That's the Nine of Pentacles. And that's one of the biggest lessons, I would say, is to know what you got in your own toolkit. What do we got to work with here? And how do we make it work best for ourselves? First and foremost, Ace of Cups. That's not selfish, that's wisdom. And then once we have that down, then we can properly help other people and make space for other things, right? So, closing advice, please, for the collective. New moon in Capricorn. Five of Cups. With the Judgment card, yeah, people might be sad that you're making these judgments, right? And choosing yourself with the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, Five of Cups. You know, people are used to you taking on most of the burden so that they don't have to be stressed. But that's the thing, and that goes back to karma. You're taking on other people's karma. They're not going to grow. Like, they're not going to be the person that they could be if you're doing all the work for them, right? And the world needs you. Like, I had this revelation that, you know, if I was going to be giving everything that I had to my family at the time, this is how I was thinking back then, is that I had to give everything to them, and it was very karmic. I had to make a decision. If I was going to give out all of this energy out to the world and reach many more people, or if I was going to make it a project to fix everybody in my family. And who I was with and friends and stuff like that. I had to make a decision. Was that going to be my life? Was I just going to be focused on these people and making all their dreams come true? Or was I going to focus on myself, Ace of Cups, therefore being able to do what I'm doing right now? Because it was an either or. Because I couldn't keep it all up. It was just too heavy of a burden, Ten of Wands. I had to make that judgment call. And for some of you, Two of Cups, this has to do with a relationship that you're in. Advice. Ten of Swords, we have two tens, the closing of a cycle, and we had two nines before. Yeah, and there's that Nine of Wands, that wounded warrior energy. You can't do everything for everyone all the time. You only have enough energy, a certain amount of energy in a day, right? And it's going from the Nine of Swords to the Ten of Swords, so that's a good sign. That means that we're starting to realize that we have to put an end to certain things, even if it's hard. And even if people are upset, Five of Cups. Takes a lot of strength to do it, but we can. Final words. The High Priestess. See, you already know this in your heart, especially if you've been doing a lot of healing work. Again, asterisk, speaking of the star, to the reading right before this, we talk a lot about this sort of an energy. With the Hermit and the Star, exactly. These are cards of healing and shadow work. And we're going to be doing a lot more of this as we move forward, but I feel like a lot of us have gotten to a point where we've healed just enough to be dangerous, right? We've healed just enough to know what we need to do. Pisces, Aquarius, Virgo energy here. Everything that I'm saying, like while I was talking, I'm sure things were coming to your mind, people that were coming to your mind, situations where you're just like, I just can't keep up with all of this anymore. Ten of Wands, Nine of Swords. You know, I can't even take care of my own basic needs or pay my own bills or do the things that I need to do. Like some of you might even feel like, I can't even do the whole holidays thing this year. Like I'm dead. I'm exhausted. Like I have nothing left to give. Like I've had a lot of comments from people saying like, oh, I don't even want to like decorate this year. And I've just seen it online. I've seen it like on TikTok and stuff. People just, you know, we've gone through a lot as a collective is my point. And the remedy for this is to do everything that we've talked about here. We need to be honest with ourselves, and we need to be honest with other people. Even if it's hard, even if they're upset, even if they get angry at you, you know, you've got to prioritize yourself, Ace of Cups. And with the High Priestess, you already know that. Everything that I'm saying is not news to you. It should just be confirmation, right? So I'm going to close on that, everybody. Whew. Yeah, Nine of Cups, one more nine. This is going to be your wish fulfillment. And then look at all these cups and look at all this stuff in them. This kind of looks like the Seven of Cups, but it's the Nine of Cups. Look at all this different fruit. We got a fish, we got an apple, we got cherries, we have a lotus flower. We have a key, grapes. You know, it's like you have everything you could ever want or need. And then from that place, once you fill your own cup, Ace of Cups, then you can figure stuff out again on, you know, how you can give to people and love people and you know, do all the things that you want to do, right? So I love you guys. It's been Missy Gordon, the Metamystic here. Remember, you can always listen to the show on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, as well as on my YouTube channel at The Metamystic every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. EST. And if you want to book a personal reading or donate to support the show, info is down below. And thank you and shout out to all who have. And until next time, I'll see you on the next one. Take care and happy holidays.